Hello, everybody, and welcome back to M&J Games. I am Michael, and today I'm once again joined by Tyler from AttackingTucans. So, Tyler, thank you for joining me.
Yo, thanks for having me again. Let's keep on looking at parks. Let's go.
All right, well, hey, anytime you want to look at a park, just let me know, and I'm down. So,
Whoa, the
um,
bobsled, another winter park. This is great.
yes, this is also a part of the mini park contest, and it is created by one of the most detailed creators on console, NH99_SVW, and it's called well, it's a mini park contest, but it's called Four Seasons, and the description says Four Seasons Amusement Park is my entry for the 2022 Discord mini park contest. It's divided into 4 areas, each of them representing one of the seasons around the world. Spring section takes you to Japan, summer section to Hawaii, autumn is Halloween in America, and the winter section takes place in the Swiss Alps. Best time to visit the park is 1 p.m. And the park really shines at night. And in the shooting ride area, make sure to view it at night, especially the queue area. And also make sure to look inside the big tree centerpiece to start an Easter egg hunt. Well, to be honest, I forgot to do the Easter egg hunt. Wow, I can't speak. Easter egg hunt. So NH, I apologize. But Tyler, what are your thoughts on this park as we get started?
The autumn section, all the leaves blowing around, oh, the tree in the center being split up into the seasons. That's so clever. Whoa. It's a little bit like jumbled looking since it has to be tiny and it all like you can see everything at once, but it's still so cool.
Yeah, really, really cool. It's funny because whenever like I'll do park tours with somebody, they always notice stuff I don't. And I didn't even notice, like I knew it was different colors, but I didn't even think to realize that it was like split up for the different seasons. Like that is so cool, like you said. Really cool. And I mean, imagine if this was a real hotel that you could stay in. Like how cool would that be? And those are your rooms hanging out
there. Oh, you didn't go inside the tree, or did you?
No, I go in here, and then it looked like there was nothing. So I was like, oh, okay. And I didn't do my part there, so I apologize, NH.
All good, all good. What season are we going to first?
Usually I go to the left, so we are going to the spring, which is Hawaii. Or summer, which is Hawaii.
I've actually never seen someone put like words into the ground before. That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's what I've done a couple times, and it's a good way to kind of, I mean, like when you're on roller coaster platforms, a lot of times and stuff, they'll be like exit this way on the ground and certain things. So it's a good way to kind of have those directional phrases and stuff like that. I mean, that mascot is perfectly placed.
Living his life.
Yes, for sure. And so we don't look at the rest in flip cam mode just because I love flip cam mode, but with guests sometimes it gets quite annoying when you're kind of bouncing over them, especially when you're in queues. And I wanted to see this plaza area from above, and I love what he did there with those kind of wooden platforms and stuff to create that circular plaza, or those circular kind of details.
The giant tiki man was amazing. That was so good. I wonder if he built that, or if that's you can get like small blueprints in the game, can't you?
Yes, that you talking about the one bouncing around?
Yeah, but the big version. There's like a big version of him built.
Yeah, I think right there. Yeah, I think he made that.
Cheeky.
Yeah, it's funny when I opened up this park and I looked at this part, I saw like all that the chicken restaurant advertising and all this stuff. But then it's like now it totally fits, right, with kind of the Hawaiian theme and the name of it and stuff. And really cool station, a good use of some of the pirate like pieces that come with the game.
This station has some great detail. I like how it's like a really just loosely looking built frame with just a bunch of logs going every which direction. Yeah. They're put together. It looks very realistic. That's what I kind of want to say.
Definitely does. And as we look at the stats, or whenever I click on the stats, there we go. I just need to get to the right screen. So he's actually using the wing coaster track, which, I mean, all B&M tracks use the same track, essentially. So let me see. Biggest drop. Doesn't really have a big drop, but it's, is this a launch coaster? It's 2 airtime hills, 1 inversion. And so it kind of gives me vibes of some of the newer Intamin launch models that have like this little pop of airtime. It's a part of the launch.
I like this. That makes it way more fun.
Mm-hmm. So are you
Especially for like a shorter one?
Yeah, are you a big coaster fan?
I love roller coasters. I will ride any roller coaster.
Okay.
I've been on over 100.
Nice. Yeah, I'm at 135, I think, something like that.
You're above me.
What's your favorite park you've been to?
My favorite park is probably... Oh, shoot. This is a really hard decision. Probably Silver Dollar City, my home park in Missouri.
Ooh, I love Silver Dollar City. It's so good. Outlaw Run is awesome.
I don't know another park that holds up as consistently as that one does.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been to that park over 100 times in my lifetime, and I've still enjoy it.
Yeah, it's a fantastic park. It's my third favorite. I love Kings Island. Kings Island's just, the coasters they have are just amazing.
Kings Island was one I was about to say, but then I was like, no, I have to give my allegiance. That was a good coaster right there. I like that one.
Yeah, I was just going to ask your thoughts on that coaster as we see a little transfer track right there. So love to see that realism.
Yeah, I'm really upset that I haven't used transfer tracks in any of my parks. I need to get on that wave.
Yeah, to me, it's like it just adds that extra feel of it being a realistic park, right?
Yeah, 100%.
And so, like this summer, I went on a pretty awesome road trip where I just went to like Holiday World and Kings Island and Kentucky Kingdom and Cedar Point. And so I took so many pictures of everything, trying to like, okay, how do parks do this realism stuff? Just for reference photos. And when I was up on the Eiffel, go ahead.
Did it help with your building? Taking all the photos and such?
Yeah, and sometimes there's too many photos. But it's really interesting too to like take a look, which that's really cool, making that custom trash can just out of road signs.
What? That's so funny.
Yeah, and it's like TMTK, you've got the ability to download one of those cool like custom trash cans that people use. But we don't have that on console, so it's really cool seeing. And NH is one of the best at it, at creating these creative ways that to create things that we don't have in the game, you know. And like I said before, how cool would it be to stay in one of these rooms?
I love these balconies. I would spend my whole entire day on it and just look at the theme park around me. I would just rent out one and just live out there.
I like him thanking the Archer right there.
The Archer for building the scales. He's the greatest tool.
Definitely. Yeah, and now that you've said it, like, it makes so much sense, and it looks so cool how you got a quarter of the tree that's themed to each of the different areas. And so, like, now we've got autumn.
Stroke of genius.
Yeah, it's...
Oh, I like this section. Ooh, so cute.
Yeah.
Wow, what a switch in vibes entirely.
Yeah, and it kind of gives me, like... So this creator's German. I don't know if NH has been to the States at all, but I feel like it captures that, like, northeastern style vibe. And I wonder if you agree with me on that.
I very much see what you're saying.
Kind of like in the Maine and that kind of area, or New England,
it's
stuff
so
like that.
adorable.
Yeah.
The colonial times.
I love this, too, when, using two different pavement pieces on the side, because you see that a lot of theme parks, right? Where you got the barrier, and then, like, right outside the buildings, and just... He details the restrooms.
What? Wait, what? What is this?
He actually makes the restrooms.
This is a next level. Okay, respect. I've never seen anybody do this before.
I think he started doing it on one of his first parks, and then now he's like, well, I got to keep doing it. And I mean, he's made the urinals, made the stalls, and the stalls are actually the actual restrooms. So, like, guests will actually walk in there.
That is neat. Okay. This is... I'm going to start doing this from now on. I'm going to become a bathroom maker, too. I think what I'll do, though, is I'll try to, like... on the janitors. Janitors got to poop, too, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, and then it goes to the gift shop. This is really well made.
Mm-hmm. And then it's like he used a TV screen there.
Aw.
Like this is just so, like you said, it's so cute, right? Um, and just using so many different pieces to kind of blend in together. And I mean, I'm always just like, I build pretty basic in terms of like what my building style is. Like it's kind of like Cedar Fair style, right? But like whenever I see these, I'm like, I just don't know how he looks at a piece like this and is like, yeah, I'm gonna take this column and set it sideways in the wall, and that's gonna be a good detail, you know?
Yeah, the Europeans definitely. There's some people out there who really understand architecture. The
Yeah.
thing about Planet Coaster is like this is a game that I feel like once it catches on and more people realize the capabilities, there could be some talented people playing this game and creating some wild stuff.
Oh yeah.
This isn't like just a video game. Like this is a crazy level simulator in my opinion that's very underrated to this day.
Oh, definitely. And I mean, there's a lot of like we got a lot of talented creators on console, and then I mean, you've seen a lot of them on PC too. And um, you know, like I said, I watched a lot of your series kind of getting going. A guy named Matt Lown. Um, I think with seeing the way that the two of y'all built, like y'all did a really good job, but it wasn't intimidating. You know what I'm saying? Like you turn on a Silverette video and it's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, those are a little bit insane.
Yeah, and then just the detail to like guests can't access this, but I just love seeing the detail of the restaurant and seeing if you made the kitchen, because there was one time where he actually made a kitchen, which was pretty cool.
Wow.
And then you got the Four Seasons sign above the above that shop there, and like you said in the very beginning, the leaves kind of falling just really adds to the feel of it, which is great.
It definitely sells the autumn vibes. Wow, these shops are so good. I did not realize this was gonna be so outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
What? I am in love with this park. Aw. Look at all the little people. And the snakes. And the sleeping creatures. This is a... The scorpions is the funniest. I think it's like I recognize all the scenery, and the fact that he just turned off the animations and just sat it there is so funny to me.
Yep. And that carousel, I should have mentioned it before, that carousel is so well done. This looks so good. And then this is one of the coolest queues I've seen, and you might have recognized a little bit of the footage from cinematics at the beginning, but this rounded staircase in a second, like I just can't imagine how difficult this was to pull off.
Wow. Yeah, I saw this. What's at the bottom?
We'll get there in a second. So, I mean, you know, from building your park for 4 years, how tricky the pathing can be, and
Oh yeah. Oh, this is so impressive. And they did it with a controller, nonetheless. No, you can put in a keyboard and mouse to console edition, can't you?
yeah. I mean, now I'll be honest, like now I do have it on PC, and like I'll stream it through GeForce Now a little bit just to like, because I don't have a PC that can run it without it, you know. Like I've just always gamed on a console, so for me using two things that aren't attached to the same control kind of is difficult for me. So I personally love everything on console with like using the controller, but I totally understand where people think differently, you know.
That's neat. I haven't done it with a controller, so I don't even know what that feels like.
Yeah, that's true. So it's in the detail.
The colors
here.
of the targets here is really cool. How dark they are, how they light up. It looks really nice.
Yeah, and the lighting is so well done here, and the animatronics and stuff. I don't know if you noticed when we're in that station, there was like some lightning animatronic to kind of give it that eerie, kind of creepy vibe.
The timing and all this is really good. All the reactions for hitting the targets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was not about to embarrass myself.
Such a cool ride part. This is such a cool ride type in general. The fact that the guests play it and interact with the targets, and you get to see it in action.
Yeah, man, those skeletons died in their
Romeo
sleep.
and Juliet.
There you go. Now this part here gives me major like Hollywood or the Haunted Mansion ride at Disney World.
Whoa. The little outdoor section back there with the lighting.
So
there's
good.
so much. This is. I love Planet Coaster.
Yeah, and the amazing thing is, this is all built underground.
Yeah, so it's always dark. Oh my gosh. That is a cool scene.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the lighting is just so perfect, and the triggers, and
I'm legitimately scared.
oh, that's cool, right?
No, heck no. The freaking gas at the end of the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
All the big scary trees. His fire breath. Intimidating.
Oh gosh, that is. Oh, you got one of those little demon things or whatever that thing is.
Demon dog.
Yeah, Demogorgon. There we go, from Stranger Things.
We're on demon time.
Oh, so there's some leaderboards.
Leaderboard, nice.
Oh, NH, you can't put yourself on the leaderboard, man. You made the ride.
Yeah, that's cheating. That's like Miyamoto putting himself at the top of his leaderboard.
I think.
Whoa, not the exit too. The exit's also scary.
It's funny because you mentioned it before earlier in the ride. Like, when you're down there, like that looks like it's outside, and so that's just such a good job of giving the illusion and like allowing the guests to see what you want them to see. You know, like even the TV screens here are flashing a little bit.
Yeah, why do they flicker like that? They're trying to. They're really keeping the haunting possession theme going.
Mm-hmm. And then we come up in the gift shop.
I feel like such a bad builder watching this.
Yeah, I mean that's how I always feel checking out his parks. But you know, the amazing, like what I love so much about Planet Coaster is like everybody can build differently, and it still isn't like how I build or how you build is different than how he builds. That doesn't necessarily mean like, oh, one's worse than the other, right? It's just everybody.
It's an art style.
Yeah, absolutely. And so like I know with your park, you had a lot of fantasy stuff in it that was really cool. You know, I look at fantasy stuff and I'm like, I don't even know where to begin. I'm like, I know realism. I'm gonna go realism.
I think the best thing about my park is literally just the scale. The fact that it's so big yet still has a decent amount of detail.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Like
and
how you can like look everywhere and just see massive monumental landmarks in every direction. That's my favorite part.
So just to give you an idea, which I love, like I never thought of this, but using those come in the haunted pack or the spooky pack, whatever that flooring is. It's kind of that wall piece, but it gives a really cool kind of textured floor that you normally can't get.
I am liking this building style he has going on.
It definitely feels very, like he said, Alpine or Swiss. Like I definitely get that vibe.
Yes, the chocolate bunny.
And then you got a candy store.
Oh, all these are so charming. Oh, this is so good.
And then he's got a little create your own candy section, and using the newspaper as like representing those baggies.
What the heck? People's brains are so creative.
Yeah, definitely a lot more creative than my brain. But then I love using the newspaper to represent those little bags that you would get, you know, and you put the candy in. 'Cause it looks like that's what they could be.
That is what it is.
Yeah, so creative. So this park is actually, and that's an amazing, like you said, Chocolate Bunny. This park is actually at 100% on a PS4. So it shows you like, it does stink on console where the limit's at, because if you build in insane detail like this guy does, or like Maddie and Albers did on that other park that you looked at with me, you can't necessarily build just a massive park, right? So you got to kind of pick and choose in terms of when you want to use live.
You have to wait for the PS7 to build the massive parks.
Yes. Yes, so. But I mean, there is a glitch where you can get more than 100% by saving blueprint. So I've gotten about 130% in the park, which is really cool. Which it still ran perfectly fine, but at the end of the day, I can't really complain because we don't have glitches. It doesn't lag at all, so it's really
Oh, I'm so excited for this ride.
not often you see a
This was
bobsled.
like the coolest one of the intro. I have never seen a bobsled coaster on this game before. This is, and the way that it's built into the terrain, this is phenomenal. Like, this is so cool.
And it's so well done.
BRB, I'm playing Planet. I'm pulling the game up right now. What?
And how about this station?
No, it's too short. Keep going.
Oh, we take a nighttime ride too, so we'll get to experience it again.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Is the lighting good?
Yeah, it seems like it's enough, right? Kind of really gets you to feel like you're kind of out in the mountains.
Where, Charlie? This is the moonlight. It hits different.
I love the lighting in this game. I think it just looks so good. What are your thoughts on this station too?
Oh wow, just like the beams going over the arches. Very, very intricate. This ride looks great from above too.
And I think what's amazing about that ride, like you said, you haven't seen a bobsled coaster in the game. Hardly anybody makes one, and it's so tough to make them realistic to where it's not too crazy with the swinging back and forth, And I think that was just done perfectly.
It seems like you have to keep them small to make them more realistic, or just not going too fast.
Right. So yeah, this area is awesome, and we got one more area to check out. But I know I asked you before about favorite park and stuff. Do you have like a favorite type of coaster, whether it's like a manufacturer or like a certain model of coaster that you like?
I would definitely at this point have to go with the RNC coasters. RMC, the Rocky Mountain Construction.
Yeah.
I rode Steel Vengeance at Cedar Point, and that one just chef's kiss. It's so good.
Dude, I was like, when I rode that, I mean, you probably thought the same thing too, is those second and third hills after that speed hill, like the second, third big hill, it's like you float out of your seat, and then it's literally like you suspend in the air. I'm like, I didn't know my body could suspend in the air for 3 seconds like that. Like, it's insane.
Airtime. Next point. And they also just built a single rail coaster. It just opened up at Magic Mountain, Six Flags.
Yeah. That looks
Another
awesome.
Wonder Woman named coaster, but
yeah. How about this new area now?
this is very cozy.
It's a very different feel from the rest of the park, right? Like, it doesn't have a big ride over here. It's got a couple smaller rides. It feels like the area if you just want to go chill.
This is a good view. Okay. I love the nature. Whoa, the bamboo in the water. This looks very, very good.
Yeah. And so if anybody's wondering about this mini park contest, basically they had to build within the border. So that's why you see nothing on the outside. But just creating the little slope going up like that and the bridge here, I mean, that is a beautiful view of the tree. Such a beautiful park.
This is a great view. Whoa. It's on a new level.
All right, so that is it. What are your final thoughts of the park? Like, which area did you like the most?
I would have to say the autumn section. The autumn section literally blew me up into a billion pieces. Just the detail of like the bathrooms, the gift shops, and the haunted house, and all the space underground that was used. Like, that was insane. Second favorite area was the winter section, bobsled coaster. Actually, can I make them a tie? Can the winter and autumn be a tie? They're just so good.
Hey, yeah, you're making your own ranking there, so you could even rank all 4 a tie if you wanted.
I'll give the next 2 a tie after it.
Yeah,
but this is a great, great park.
Yeah.
How many coasters are there? 2?
There's just 2 in the
What
park.
ride was in the Japanese section?
There wasn't really a main ride. It was more just kind of like, it seemed like the chill section. Just relax and stuff like that. Yeah, absolutely
So
amazing park. So thank you so much, Tyler, for joining me. Everybody, make sure to go check out his channel. Links in the description below. I'm also putting the link to the other tour that Tyler joined me for of Iron Matty and Albrisses Park. And Tyler, thank you so much for joining me.
much appreciated. Anytime.
Absolutely. All right. Talk to y'all later.
Good job on the builds.